Hi everyone, and thanks for being with me. So the tariffs have hit. Now this is something that the world has been waiting for, and with bated breath, actually excited about the opportunity that lies ahead, with everybody having to pay far more for products and services. Well, we are now in that space, and the war has begun with 10% charge to tariffs to Australia and the UK. Got out of that pretty easily. The rest of the world are up to 45% if you're China. So, what do we do about all of this? Well, I just wanted to make this post because there are some important things for us to understand about these tariffs, and I'm about to explain one of them in just a moment. So, the most important aspect of this will be discussed with myself and Avery at 3 p.m. in South Australia and Australian Central summertime, I guess. So you can watch the discussion that Avery and I have then. But I just wanted to put in this post because that discussion will be about everything in relation to tariffs. And where we see it and how it's going to impact the world. And particularly I've got a clip of Peter Dutton's response to that, which I found rather interesting, given that we're in the midst of an election. So, but I wanted to take us to one aspect of the tariffs, which just goes to show the lunacy that is the Trump administration. And it is here. So tariffs, so his Trump tariffs hit Antarctica Island inhabited by 0 humans and many penguins. So my question really is this: to what extent are penguins exporting? So do penguins export oil, or do they export fish, or what is it that they're exporting to the United States? They're required the United States to list a tariff in relation to these penguins. I'm a bit confused by all of this, but this is what is done. Is the Heard and McDonald Islands are among dozens of targets of President Donald Trump's latest round of tariffs, but they have no exports. And the reason why they have no exports is simply because no one lives there. On Wednesday, President Donald Trump announced the US was imposing reciprocal tariffs on a small collection of Antarctic islands that are not inhabited by humans as part of a global trade war aimed at asserting US dominance. The Heard and McDonald Islands, known for the populations of penguins and seabirds, can only be reached by sea. Now, the interesting thing is that we acknowledge that these islands are part of Australian territories. And, I can't, it wouldn't have surprised me one iota if Trump had decided to tariff Tasmania, for example, not recognising that it is part of Australia. It is Australia, an island, and here in South Australia we've got a little island called Kangaroo Island. It sits off our shores, population of a few thousand people. Don't know why he didn't tariff that either, because they are bizarre. And there's this other article which is about the Norfolk Island, which I will bring up for you, which is just as bizarre. And so no explanation for White House why tiny Aussie island tariffs are nearly triple the rest of Australia's. So not only has he tripled the tariffs of somewhere like McDonald Island, where there's nobody, to tripling the tariffs of a little island called Norfolk Island, which Australians love because this island is a beautiful island, sits in the Pacific, and has its own little government, and has a tremendous history and tradition and other things going for it. So a tiny Australian territory has been handed a US tariff nearly triple what the rest of the country has received. As the rest of Australia was dealt a 10% tariff from Donald Trump this morning, Norfolk Island received 29%. What in the hell did Norfolk Island export? I'll never know. The White House offered no explanation about this. when asked about it today, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was baffled, and I can understand why. I'm not sure that Norfolk Island, with respect to it, is a trade competitor with the greater economy of the United States, he said, but that just shows and exemplifies the fact that nowhere on earth is exempt from this. Nowhere on earth, including little poor old Norfolk Island. I'm not sure what Norfolk Island's major exports are to the US or why it has been singled out, but it has. It has a population of 1,400k east of the Australian mainland. It has a population of about 2,000 people. The main revenue gained on Norfolk Island is actually through tourism, because it's a beautiful place. The White House also specified that 10% tariffs will be placed on herd of McDonald Islands and other Australian territory, which has nobody. So, someone explained to me what really this is all about, because I'm confused. You know, the rest of the world's confused about the massive tariffs being handed out to them. Australia's confused about the 10% tariffs that's handed out to us. And I'm going to have a conversation with Avery later on today about all of that. But I couldn't resist the notion that Trump has tariffed an island which has only penguins on it, and an island that has a couple of thousand people and doesn't really export much at all. It's beyond me, but that's what he's done. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And remember to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell for more informed and nonsensical information, because I'm happy to oblige. In the meantime, take care, look after yourselves, and more importantly, be safe.